Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We live. We back, man. Welcome back. If this your first time here, maybe you don't know. I am your humble host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. This is the Golden Goose DFS show where we specialize in single entry 3 max and 20 max contests. So if that's your particular style of play, man, you landed in the perfect spot. But even if it's not, man, you still landed in the perfect spot, man. The content on point, videos on point each and every week. And we got NBA right around the corner. Y'all already know I get physical in them NBA streets, so you want to be subscribed, man. Go on and do that right now. Turn your notification bells on so you know when the videos dropping. You can be here rocking with me. And go on and hit that like button while you at it, man. It's greatly appreciated, and I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Hope your day is off to a great start or finish whenever you listening to this. Let's get into it, man. This is my Monday morning quarterback series. Just my lineup review where I go over my best lineups from the main slate. I give you my highest scoring lineup overall, and then I give you and we review my single entry. Just my form of accountability, so you can see I'm actually playing the plays I gave you in the videos and plays I'm giving out, man. Just so you can check and make sure I'm true to my word. That's what we doing here. Got my best lineups pulled up. Sunday main slate. Had a feeling it would get kind of weird, but we was able to survive. Lost about half my buy-in. We was on the right place, just didn't have enough of them, man. We gonna talk about it. So pull up a seat. Let's get into it. My highest scoring lineup right here, 164. Went with Lamar Jackson stack. If you saw my videos this week, you know I was on Lamar Jackson. And then coming into Sunday, man, I just felt like it was a pay up at QB week, and I was absolutely right. You had some lower price QBs that gave you a winning score, but nobody was on them. Nobody was on Gardner Minshew, so that didn't hurt you. The Sam Howards of the world, the Russell Wilsons, the Jordan Love, the Deshaun Watsons. If you went down to that range, they did not give you enough. I knew it was a pay up option. I was heavy on the pay up options. Should have been heavier on Lamar Jackson. The only reason I didn't, because I thought he would get more ownership than this. I thought Lamar Jackson would be one of the higher owned QBs. And I want to, kind of hedge my bet a little bit. And I played a couple of those cheap QBs. I played Sam Howell and Russell Wilson. But mainly it was the pay up options for me. I had Stafford, I had Allen. I had my homes in the afternoon slate in a spot, but should have just had more of it. If I knew y'all was going to avoid, my homes didn't hardly have any ownership. If I knew y'all was going to avoid the pay up options like that, I just would have went all pay up options. But Lamar Jackson right here, I got him at 10%. I thought he would be higher on just given how much Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews ownership was projected to be. I thought Lamar would come in a little higher than this. He's still pretty solid. He still is one of the higher owned QBs on the slate, but I thought it could creep up even a little higher with the options being what they were and the low game environments. But pardon me. Got him at 10% here. Paired him with Flowers and Mark Andrews here. And to get different in this particular spot, I ran it back with Laporta. I felt like if I went Gibbs, that core would be too chalky because everybody was going to Flowers, Andrews, and Gibbs. Gibbs was a popular play as well. I thought Lamar Jackson ownership would be a little higher. So just given that block of players, I thought that would be very, very chalky. So I wanted to get different here with my run back. And in most spots, I didn't even have a run back. I thought the Ravens would handle the Lions in this spot. I didn't think it'd be this handily. And I thought Detroit would score a little more. I thought Detroit could give us about 17 to 20 points in this spot. Really let us down. If they did, it definitely would have been a game for you. But I feel like the Ravens would win this game, and I like the Ravens defense. I thought this would be a spot they could control the game. I didn't know they would dominate like this. We'll take it. I wish they didn't. Like I said, I wish the Lions had gave us about 20 points here. It would have been perfect. But I ran it back with Laporta, like I said, to get different because I knew Gibbs was going to go. Gibbs was popular, and Amon-Ra St. Brown always garners a little ownership. And plus, I was going double tight end, which is a unique build. Traditionally, I'm not really a double tight end guy. I rarely ever do it. But I felt like in this spot, the uniqueness it created within my lineup, I thought was applicable here. Yeah, applicable. I said it. And truth be told, it was a double tight end build. A double tight end actually won this contest. They had Andrews and Kelsey in there. But Be that as it may, Laporta's let us down here in this spot. He was okay, 6 receptions, 52 yards. We just needed him to find the end zone, which he didn't do, which none of these Lions really did. So that was our stack and running back of that Baltimore game. And then I wanted to get to the pay down options in here. I just felt like for me, I told I told the fam over there in the Discord, I thought it was a pay up at QB week and get to those middle price guys at receiver. I didn't really pay up for receivers. I didn't have the Amras. I only had like one Devontae lineup. I had only Diggs lineups I had was with Josh Allen. I didn't have a lot of Cooper Kupps. I did not want to go to the pay up options at receiver. I thought there was good price guys in this 5 to 6K range. So that's why I dwelled that on most of my lineups. But got the pay down options here. Man. Got unlucky for it, got hurt. He should have had a better day here. Got off to a great start with that TD run. Foreman just went digital. I was on both of these plays. I had about 30% Foreman, probably like 20% forward. Should have had a lot more of Foreman though. But we was on these lower price guys, and I liked the plays, and it drove me here just in general because I was paying up for QB. So I didn't have the same. I knew my salary restrictions would be a little different because everybody else was paying down to those 5K quarterbacks. So this forced me to look to some pay down running back options. I should have just got a lot more of them, but hindsight is 2020. I didn't trust it to go over half my lineup. So like I said, 30-40% on form. I had like 20-30% on forward. Got unlucky here. People was on them as well, 28%, but nobody was really on forward like that. Worked out well for us. Got Jackson Smith and Jigba. I forget what happened in this lineup. I think this was originally Lockett, and I can't remember who the other receiver was. It might have been Marquise Brown or something like that. And then I had a cheaper defense. But once we got that, before the game started, I started thinking it started seeming like Metcalf was gonna be out before the 1 o'clock lock. So I just rolled the dice and went down to Jackson Smith and Jigba. He was very solid for us. I had a lot of him and a lot of Lockett once we got that Metcalf news. He worked out. Lockett not so much. Probably had too much Lockett. I think I went a little heavy on Lockett, especially when we got that news. But Jackson Smith and Jigba got it done for us. Finally had a nice game and a touchdown out of him. Chris Godwin just got unlucky here. I thought he was in a nice spot in here, and we were somewhat right. I don't know if it's him or his quarterback. Got to see how the game went down. But he had 12 targets. He had enough targets for us to be successful here. He had the same amount of targets as Devontae Adams, any of those Puka. He had the same amount of targets as those other guys who people were going to. But he just had 6 receptions here. Like I said, need that conversion rate to be a little higher on 12 targets. I needed to get like 10 of them things. But like I said, I got to watch it and see what happened. I don't know if it was just bad throws by Baker Mayfield or what. But he definitely got the work, though, the opportunities. He just didn't get it done for us. But I got him at 2%. He was like one of the highest guys I was going to at receiver. I just thought he was in a good spot. I thought Mike Evans could get some A.J. Terrell coverage over there, shadow work. And he's been playing well this year. I thought that could limit Evans, but Evans just continues to get off. He continues to get the touchdowns. So he outperformed Godwin here. Could have got to him. And then rounded out, I had the Bills defense down here. Just paid up. Once I got down to Jackson Smith and Jigba, I thought paying up at defense once again was a good way to get some lower on pieces here. And I thought the Buffalo defense was in a great spot against the New England Patriots. Did not work out for us. That game did not go the way we thought it was going to go. So this Bills defense hurt, especially we could have stayed like we were and paired with the Bears defense. I had Foreman paired with the Bears defense. And we just moved up off of it, like I said, to try to get a little different. But that was my highest scoring line at 164 with Lamar Jackson. You're going to see a very similar thing when you get to my single entry. Single entry, same thing. Lamar Jackson stack. I just converted and paid up a little more at the running backs, which was ultimately my downfall. So you can see this Lamar double again with Flowers and Andrews. I chose not to go run back in this spot. Like I said, I was heavy on the Ravens side. I think I had the Ravens defense in this one as well, but needed some salary, so I went down to the Chiefs. I needed a little more salary to fit in a guy I wanted here. But had him with Aaron Jones and Kenneth Walker. just got played right here with Aaron Jones. He was back, but he didn't get the full workload. I told the guys in lock, I told him it was risky, but I was willing to take that chance and go there. He didn't get his full workload. A.J. Dillon still got a good percentage of the work. So Aaron Jones ultimately hurt me. Had too much of him yesterday. Kenneth Walker hurt everybody. You see 55% on over here. Didn't find the end zone. He gave the 100-yard rushing bonus. Had 2 catches, but just did not find the end zone. And he hurt you right here with 16 fantasy points. Went Terry McLaurin here. Just try to get a piece of this Washington, New York game. As I knew people were going Howell and trying to get to some pieces in this matchup. I like McLaurin here, especially at his price tag, and got a run back with Wan'Dale Robinson. This was the theme in a couple of my lineups. I had a good amount of Terry McLaurin. I had a good amount of all these 5K guys. McLaurin, Andrews, Flowers. I had tremendous amounts of those guys. So like I said, I didn't really pay up at receiver yesterday. But Terry McLaurin had 5,400. 6 catches, 90 yards. Got going late. He didn't do much at all. I think he had a 0 at halftime. So if he just give us something in the first half, he definitely give us a bigger day here. Went with the game correlation, ran it back with Wan'Dale Robinson. I had McLaurin and Slate in some spots, McLaurin and Waller in the spot. So I was just trying to get pieces of this Washington and Giants game because I thought it could get out of hand. Did not do it, but Wan'Dale Robinson, 1 reception, 22 yards. Let us down, but at 3,800, that doesn't kill you, doesn't destroy you. And then finish it out with Marquise Brown here. Just some game correlation, a little run, mini game stack here with Walker. Ran it back with Marquise Brown as I thought the two went hand in hand. You know, Walker having a bigger day. That means they dominate and win. They got to throw more Marquise Brown. That's how correlation works if you don't know. So that's what we was going with here with this mini game stack. And then, like I said, Chiefs down here at the bottom, man, 2,400. I had a lot of Chiefs defense. I just thought they was too good in this matchup. I don't know why they went even higher on. You know, everybody thought this game was going under. And it's right there. 48 hit on the nose. And maybe if you caught the line at 47 or something, 47 and a half, you got the over. But everybody thought this game was going under. It was a consensus. It started out the first half like it was about to go digital. I thought Mahomes was going to throw for 500 yards. He still almost did. But that first half, I was like, oh, man, we really messed up not getting to this game. But fizzled out the second half. Chiefs ended up being solid, just giving you 10 points. That was enough to have you win yesterday as no defense went crazy yesterday. But it was my single entry. Like I said, mediocre day, man. Lost like half the buy-in. But we back to the drawing board this week and draw up a winners for the team in the game. If you want to officially join the game, the Patreon link is down below, man. You know what to do. That's going to do it for us here today. Y'all stay tuned. NBA on the way. Can't wait. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.